Hello, it's Sebastian Danicic here again. Now I'm going to teach you about grammars. So I'll just make up a simple grammar. So there's a very simple grammar. It consists of two rules, or these rules are called productions. Here's the first one, and here's the second one. And a production has this capital S is called the start symbol. And what we do is we in this example we start with the start symbol and carry on doing substitutions until we don't have any S's. So for example, I'll do an example. If I start with S, I can use the second rule to say S goes to AS, and now I can substitute using the first rule that says S goes to A, so that would give me AA. So now let's try another one. So I start with S, again I'll use the second rule first, so that goes to AS. Now I'll use the second rule again, so this S is going to get substituted by AAS. AS, sorry, so now we're going to get AAS. Now I can use the first rule if I like, and I can substitute this S for little a, and I get AAA. And what happens is we end up with a string of symbols which are all lowercase. The uppercase symbols are called non-terminal symbols, and the lowercase ones are called terminal symbols. And what we do is we carry on replacing non-terminals by using the rules of the grammar until we've only got terminal symbols left. So let's think of all the possible strings that we could get when we start off with S. Well, as we could just get A on, so let's think of that. We could get A on its own if we use the first rule. We could use AA as is shown here, or we could get AAA as shown here, or in fact we could get any number of A's. So if this grammar is called G, so if that grammar is called G, then we say the language generated by G is the set A, AA, A to the N, if you like. So it's the set of all non-empty strings of A's. That's the language generated by that grammar.